Good morning, my neighbours!
Ladies and gents, it's Saturday and it's time for an alternative paper review. Hear ye, gather round as I announce that the king is feeling better. All right. Okay, is he feeling all right then? Yes, he's been having cancer treatment, although we won't say what it is precisely, or how far it's progressed, or what the prognosis is, or even whether he's got the all clear now. Never explain, never complain, and never refrain from carpet bombing the front pages with gush, guff, and vapid subservient garbage. Yeah, I mean, Christ. The front pages of the newspapers today it's all a bit North Korea. That's why we go straight to the Telegraph this morning, and specifically to their associate editor. A woman so devoid of life and joy, Dubai are considering cloud seeding her vagina. That's right, Camilla is taking time out from Meghan bashing to say the Queen has been a rock for the King during his toughest test. Wow, okay, so firstly, it sounds like she's played a pivotal role in his recovery. The Queen has been a rock for the King during his toughest test. But second, she's not the fucking Queen, all right? The Queen was the Queen. Cammy is the Queen consort. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not having it where just as soon as he becomes king, they just shrink her name down and hope or pretend that nobody's noticing. The Queen has been a rock for the King. She's not the Queen, you know? It doesn't make something true if you call something else. It doesn't magically, like this isn't Rwanda. Smiles that say the king is going back to work. Comes the mail. The king is going back to work. Is he, though? Is he really? I mean, what is he going back to? You know, is he easing himself in with a few shifts at Tesco? Is he straight back down the mines? No, of course not. He's just presumably going to get back to working out how to keep the monarchy going when the support for it has fallen below 50%. And while Prince Andrew is a raging nonce-burger, and while the next in line to the throne clearly needs to go back to Balmoral boot camp because he needs to learn how to run the whole operation, but currently he can't even seem to manage a family photo. Smiles that say King is going back to work. I can just see it now, by the way. You know, I can see what they're going to do. They're going to use the king as an example, aren't they? You know, he's old, he's frail, he's fragile, he's got a shattered immune system from centuries of inbreeding. But by Jove, he's got that stiff upper lip, hasn't he? You know, see him complaining, he's straight back to work. Like, they're going to use him as an example, as a means for extracting your dad from the cancer ward and pushing him straight back into the factory, are they? It's coming. It'll be, oh, well, work-shy Britain are pathetic, aren't they? Did you not see the king's bravery in returning to his work while juggling his second job as a buffet banquet for pancreatic cancer to devour? The king should serve as an inspiration to this nation of feckless scroungers. You know, back to work, Grandad. Just like the king did. I tell you what, right, if they try to get you back to work in between you juggling your chemo, here's what you do, right? This would be my plan. Is you go, oh, you want me to go back to work, do you? Just like the king. Right, okay, well, I'm going to need the aid of his unshakable rock then. I'm going to need old Cammy over here for a bit. You what? Well, you know, you say that you want me to go back to work, right? Just like the king did. I'm just saying, I'm gonna need the help of Camilla, the queen, to give me a hand job every now and then. Keep me motivated. Keep me in the right mind frame. you fucking what? I'm just saying, like, I mean, Camilla seems to think she's some sort of secret ingredient, that she was vital to his recovery. So I'm just saying, like, if you want me to go back to work just like the king, I'm going to need her to come behind the hospital curtain. Those giving hands and those generous knuckles that look like dough draped over the mountains of the Andes. Also in the Telegraph, John Cleese says his most iconic character, the hapless hotelier Basil Fawlty, would be bewildered by Britain today. I love the way that's written. I really do. You know, because he would be. He would be bewildered by Britain. But it's very much like, sort of get a vibe of like, if he were alive today to see all this woke nonsense, Basil would be bewildered. Because there's a sort of tacit admission there that Basil should probably be, dead by now. I mean, he was in his mid-40s in the 1970s sitcom. So by now, he'd be pushing 90. So yeah, I suppose he probably should be dead. Now, maybe it's best, John, if he gets some rest. You know, less. Like maybe he was about to croak it and Cammy stepped in with that magic hand Shandy, the heroine that she is. Imagine if you were capable of giving life-saving hand jobs. Like, what a weird gift and a curse that would be. Help, help, my dad's having a heart attack. Is there a doctor on the plane? You'd be sat in seat F39 going like, oh, come on, please, there's got to be somebody. He's losing consciousness. Could somebody do something? And you're like, oh, for the love of God. Meanwhile, over to the Eye, who cite a poll that suggests the Tories might do better in the upcoming election if Sunak weren't leading them. Which is a bit like, well, yeah, because Sunak operates in quite the unique space, doesn't he? Between looking like the rat that's causing the sinking ship and sounding like his elocution lessons were taught to him by a priest. For most of us, Sunak's popularity rating sits just above James Corden and just beneath that dishevelled guy that tried to fuck your wife that time. Hang on a second, you seriously hate Sunak more than the guy that tried to fuck your wife? Hey, at least that guy didn't try to fuck the country. Well, yeah, that's fair enough. Tories would do better at the election if they got rid of Sunak. I don't know, man. Like, the idea that the Tories could switch out to their fourth Prime Minister in one parliament is just, that feels to me like an idea so far-fetched. The only mystery left is why Tim Burton hasn't cast Johnny Depp in a gothic reworking of it. Lastly today, we go to The Guardian, who say the scale of the teacher shortage is finally being realised, with nearly 40% of classes now being covered by less qualified teaching assistants, rather than by, you know, fully qualified teachers. But you'll be delighted to know that just like Rwanda is safe and Rishi says you're not sick, though, the government are choosing to ignore the underlying reasons for how they found themselves in this teacher shortage, which is what, you know, low pay, the housing crisis, Brexit making it impossible to hire teachers in from Europe. So they're ignoring all of that, and instead they are deregulating. So yeah, you'll be relieved to hear that pretty soon there won't be a teacher shortage. Hooray! In exactly the same way as you're not sick anymore. Rwanda is safe. Camilla is just the queen. And if you don't understand quite what I'm getting at with all of that, basically what they're going to do is they're going to recategorize teaching assistants so that now they are magically teachers. That is where all of this is heading. I promise you. They're already trying it. Like, they're already trying to start moving towards that by deregulating. Like, they're saying, oh, why does every teacher need a GCSE in maths now? But should we keep the standard of teachers high in the UK? Absolutely not. No. If you're having trouble finding the people with the skill set that you're trying to hire, well, we should, invest in sort of, you know, training programs, apprenticeships or something like that. Oh, fuck no. No, that would cost billions. No, just deregulate. Just say you don't need maths anymore. It's fine. Right, okay. And the teaching assistants? Yeah, just like I said, just wave a magic wand. Pling! You're teachers now. Like, I wonder if I could take this Sunakian approach, innovative as it is, to the stuff that I do. You know, like, you have the news, you have what happened and sources and fact-checking. And then you have snarky, sarcastic reactionaries like me. But, you know, we all know that it's hard to find decent journalists these days, what with them all getting involved in scandals where they pay 18-year-olds for pictures on the internet, or their stations go under, or they get dragged off of Newsnight. So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe if the teachers' crisis is teaching me anything, it's that we should just recategorize what I do as fring. There you go. I'm the news now. And this story just in, Tories fuck livestock.